the application I submitted because I hadn't received any feedback at all. And I said to myself, maybe it's not for me. I won't hope too much to be in Canada. When I was 20 years old, after I graduated my bachelor's degree in the Philippines, I had this conversation open up by my cousin that she and her husband are willing to help me to come here in Canada. When I first heard it, I felt a high state of appreciation on what they offered. But it actually didn't give me much of excitement as I was too attached with what I was doing there with my career and other things. But I actually told myself to just give it a try. There's nothing to lose anyways. I cannot fully control if I get approved or denied, but I can 100% control to compile all the requirements needed and submit the application and just see how it goes. It actually took me 4.5 years before my visa was granted. Actually, I remember on the second year of processing, I get anxious thinking about the application I submitted because I hadn't received any feedback at all. And I said to myself, maybe it's not for me. I won't hope too much to be in Canada. So I would just lay out my career plan here in the country as if I didn't go or I didn't apply for any immigration interests. So while I was teaching in the university, I just decided to take my master's studies. Months before that graduation, I was already inquiring for my PhD program. Then I was thinking to proceed in becoming a lawyer after I took my PhD and help other people in different cases afterwards. And that's it. I was very clear on that path and I was actually very, very excited. I started to get obsessed in reading books about laws and finance years in advance. And in life, things do not always go according to plans. A huge tragedy happened. Our place was hit with one of the strongest super typhoons in the world's history. It created a huge disaster. Our province took us several months to a year before we were able to get back to normal. The moment we were there in the typhoon, I felt it would be the end of our lives. A strong wind and impacted the economy. Luckily, we were still alive and I am grateful now that I'm here in front of you. After that event, it made me think to maybe really, consider Canada. And I thought maybe it's needed to gain other transferable skills that I could be used if ever I heard back from Canada application, which I did in a short period of time after that disaster. And for the first response, I got my nomination in the province of Saskatchewan. I was actually under SINP and endorsed it to the federal for further processing. So while waiting for it, I transferred work from the academe to industry. I'd gathered a few technical experiences because I know I would be using it when I get to Canada. Eventually, I got approved and received my permanent residence visa. At the time, I was excited, wondering for the new life I would have, especially it's starting from the scratch. When I left my country, it's a heavy heart to leave my girlfriend, who I had been in a relationship for about 8 years. But I promised to be back to marry her. When I landed in Canada, I went back home to marry her just after about a year. We processed a spousal sponsorship after the wedding, and I think it was about 4 to 5 months. She was able to come to Canada and live with me. And we started our married life together. And now we've been blessed with 2 children. If you want to follow our journey, sharing you some specific details from our life in Canada, different perspectives, small learnings or mistakes, ventures, and other valuable content in the future blogs, consider subscribing. While you're at it, smash that like button and turn on that notification bell so that once a new video is uploaded, you will be notified. I will see you in the next episodes.